All right, let's jump right into it. Today, we're talking about something called habit stacking. It is a simple, deceptively simple technique that might just be the shortcut you've been looking for to finally make new habits stick. Sound familiar? We've all been there. You get this burst of motivation. You decide you're going to meditate every single day, or drink more water, or read before bed. You start off strong, and then poof. A week later, it's like it never even happened. And man, is it frustrating. But here's the good news, and honestly, this is a huge relief. If you've struggled with this, the problem isn't you. It's not a lack of willpower, it's not a character flaw. The real issue is that you've been working against the way your brain is naturally wired. And once you get that, you can start working with it. So let's get right to the core of the problem. Why is it so ridiculously hard to make a new behavior feel automatic? Okay, so here's the deal with our brains. They're built for one thing above all else: efficiency. They are absolute masters at saving energy. And to do that, they love to automate things. You don't have to think about brushing your teeth, you just do it. It's a familiar pattern, it's low energy. A new habit, though, that requires conscious thought and effort, which your brain flags as being expensive. So it will always try to default back to the easy, familiar path. So if the problem is that our brains fight against creating totally new routines from scratch, the solution is just elegant. It's beautiful. Don't create a new routine. Just piggyback on an old one. This is it. This is the whole secret sauce right here. It's a simple little formula. After I do my current habit, I will do my new habit. It's not about finding more time in your day or mustering up more motivation. It's about linking a new action to a trigger that's already built in. And the magic here is in how small you start. For example, after I brush my teeth, I will floss one tooth. That's it. Not your whole mouth, just one. Or after I pour my morning coffee, I will write one single sentence in my journal. The key is to make it so laughably easy that it feels like there's no reason not to do it. And here's why this is just genius. Your existing habits, brushing your teeth, making coffee, they're like superhighways in your brain. These neural pathways are strong, paved, and automatic. By stacking, you're not trying to build a whole new road out in the middle of nowhere. No, you're just building a tiny little on-ramp to the superhighway that's already there. You're hijacking the momentum of the old habit to launch the new one. Okay, so the theory makes perfect sense, right? But how do you actually put this into practice? Let's walk through the exact steps you can take, like today. It really is this straightforward. First, just take a minute, grab a piece of paper, and list out the things you already do every single day without fail. Waking up, making coffee, brushing your teeth, putting on your shoes. Then, step 2, pick one of those to be your anchor habit. That's your trigger. And finally, step 3, just attach your new teeny tiny habit right after it. And look, this isn't just for, health goals. This structure works for anything. Want to be more productive? Okay, after I open my laptop, something you do anyway, I will write down my top 3 priorities. Want to improve your relationships? After we sit down for dinner, I will share one positive thing that happened today. You can literally apply this framework to any part of your life you want to improve. Now, as simple as this is, there are a few common traps people fall into. So let's cover those right now to make sure you get this right from the very start. Pay attention, because this is probably the most critical tip of all. The strength of your whole stack depends entirely on the strength of your anchor. A strong anchor, like brushing your teeth, is something you do every single day, without fail, usually at the same time and in the same place. It's solid. A weak anchor, like checking the mail, well, you don't get mail on Sundays, and the time it arrives can vary. You have to choose an anchor that is absolutely rock solid in your daily routine. Okay, a few other quick things to watch out for. First, don't get overambitious and try to stack 5 new habits right away. Just start with one. Second, remember to keep the new habit small. Go for a 30-minute run is way too big. But put on my running shoes? That's perfect. And finally, make sure the context fits. Stacking meditate for 1 minute right after you walk in the door and take your shoes off makes sense. Stacking it right after you finish washing a sink full of loud, clanging dishes? Probably not the best fit. And if you really want to guarantee your success, you got to use what author James Clear calls the 2-minute rule. Whatever your new habit is, shrink it down so it takes less than 2 minutes to do. Read a book becomes read 1 page. Do yoga becomes roll out my yoga mat. See, the goal on day 1 isn't to get the result.
The goal is to master the art of showing up. The rest will follow. Okay, and this is where it gets really exciting. Because what you're doing here isn't just about adding one new habit. You are starting a chain reaction, a positive ripple effect.
So it starts small. You've totally mastered your first stack. After I brush my teeth, I drink a glass of water. It's second nature now, automatic.
But now you can use that new habit as the anchor for the next one. So it becomes, after I drink my water, I will meditate for 1 minute. The first habit now becomes the trigger for the second. You see how this starts to build on itself?
And then you add another layer. After I meditate, I will write down one thing I'm grateful for. And just like that, without some massive surge of willpower, you've effortlessly built a powerful morning routine that can totally transform the entire tone of your day. And this really is the ultimate takeaway here. We need to stop waiting around for motivation to strike, because it's unreliable. It comes and goes. What we really need is a better system, a better structure. Habit stacking gives you that structure. It makes doing the right thing the easy thing. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with this? Think about your day right now. Think about one anchor habit that is completely non-negotiable. What is the one tiny 2-minute action you can stack on top of it starting today?